Hey, what is going on? I came on real fast to do a a quick live, talking about all things dreams. This channel we talk about dreams, and it was mostly about listening to music in the dream realm. I know there's some people out there who do hear music, and there's other people who go to sleep and they don't hear nothing, they don't see nothing. It's just like closing your eyes and just opening your eyes, right? But for a lot of us out there, we are able to tap into different things within our dreams, right? Some people, utilize sleep as this tool to, just refreshing themselves, right? Because we need sleep. That's a fact, right? It's no way for people to live their lives and not actually go to sleep, right? It's very unknown that if someone, is just constantly awake and they don't get no sleep, right? So yes, you do need sleep. You do, right? But there are definitely people out there who, you know, also utilize sleep as a tool to receive messages from other realms, right? Or from people who have passed on, right? So, that is something that it can be done, you know? Just like I strongly believe that, you could receive music from the dream realm. Like a lot of artists out there who are into the dream realm and astral traveling and different aspects of that have uh, received messages from the dream realm that was music, you know? And when listening to music in the dream realm, it feels very good. Like you feel it on a deeper level. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, especially when it's music that you have not heard before, right? So it's like you receiving music, you're listening to music that is just like new music that you haven't even heard before, right? I remember when I had this dream, it was like a group of people in the streets, right? It was like kind of like a get together, right? Like when it's the summertime, I don't know if you guys have experienced this, like in the summertime, you'll see like a group of people gather together and they have like different cars, right? And they like doing like the donuts with the cars, and then they have like people with what is it called, motorcycle racing and stuff like that. I'm talking about like that kind of like atmosphere, right? And I had a dream like that where it was like so many people in the streets, right? Because this happened in like a big spacious area where people are able to do certain tricks, right? So it was that kind of atmosphere within a dream. And so um everybody was just vibing, having a good time, right? But then there was certain people that were trying to like fly, right? They was trying to like get up off of the ground and fly and go a little higher. Um and I was one of those people who was trying to do that, right? I was trying to like, go higher, you know? I don't know if you guys like, ever had flying dreams. If you ever had any type of flying dreams or anything like that, definitely comment below. Um and share your experience, right? Um so for some particular reason, I was not able to uh fly high within this dream. It was just like, yo, I'm stuck. Not stuck, but like, oh, I'm only able to go a certain amount of inches or a certain amount of feet, So it was something like that. And I accepted it, and I kept moving on, right? But it was a lot of people, they was vibing out, having a good time, and some people was flying. So I took that as a sign of just to, keep moving on, keep going. All right. I'm not able to fly, whatever. Let me keep going. But I was definitely within this dream, I became aware, right? And when you think about dreams that are like when you are aware in dreams, that means that you're having a lucid dream, right? That's that's what I call it. And a lot of people out there also call it lucid dreaming when you are having an active dream and you're aware of what's going on. So it's a lucid dream. So I was having a lucid dream because I was aware of myself trying to uh definitely trying to like fly, right? Higher than I was able to do, right? Because it was a certain type of level that I was trying to go to up in the sky, right? So within this dream I was having, it was different levels to this dream and different like experiences I was able to tap into. So I was aware of that, but I wasn't able to go above a certain amount of inches. So I just kept going and moving forward. And it was this guy that was with me. He was like, it's crazy how I remember it was a guy, but physically I don't remember how he looked, right? But I could remember the things that he had on, He had on a white shirt and blue jeans, Typical summer nice attire when it's hot outside, when it's in a nice hot climate. So it was that kind of scenario, whatever, like that. So yeah, so he was there, whatever, and I noticed that he was like, I was walking away from the people that was flying and stuff because I'm like, yo, if I can't go any higher than when I'm going, and I'm trying to reach certain different levels, then it's no point. Let me just keep going. So he was going, and he was going a little bit farther than me. And at this point, he was like, he went into a building, and I was standing out like in front of the building, and I was just like, I ain't going to the building. He going to the building. So when he went into the building, it was just this song that was playing, and the song was like speaking to my spirit. It was like feeling mad good. It was like a nice vibe, and it was a song that was definitely explaining a moment, what was going to happen, you know, and what also has happened. So it was crazy. So it was like kind of like going towards the future in a way. Even though it was like explaining like the whole thing. It's so weird to explain. And so when the guy came out of the building, you know, we started talking about the song, and he was like, yo, that's how the universe works, right? Because on my end, I was like, I was feeling the energy, and I was, you know I was feeling it on a deeper level, right? But the way he was explaining it, the way it came across, let me say that, because that's a better terminology for it. Like, yo, the way it came across from this guy was like, yo, the music coincide with whatever's going on in life, and it's a soundtrack for life. And um it's either a soundtrack for what's going to happen, or what's currently happened, or what has happened. And so that was the message, like collectively, in terms of coming from the guy who came out of the building, who had the white shirt and the jeans on. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what like came from him coming out of the building, because remember, he was already, he went in the building from when, we walked away from the flying experience, right? We wasn't able to go above a certain level, right? And, thinking about it now, it's like, when you think about musicians and artists, there are different levels and different tiers to artists, right? There are actually artists out there who are able to make a living from doing what it is that they're doing, right? Versus some people out there who just do it as a means of have their spare time hobbies, right? They're not able to make money off of it, versus someone who this is a profession for them. You feel what I'm saying? So, but collectively, that was what it was. And I honestly feel like, yes, people do have had times where they, went into the dream realm and, gotten certain type of musician material. You feel what I'm saying? And it happens often. It happens often. And a lot of people are not going to talk about that, right? Because some people just see sleep as, all right, you sleeping and you re-energizing yourself, but there are different aspects to it, right? When I was younger, I used to love to dream, right? I used to love to go to sleep. I used to love the dreams, especially when the dreams that was like intensified, where it felt real. I used to love those type of dreams. And as I got older, I was able to understand the different type of dreams, and knowing that, when you go to sleep, like, you are able to, receive certain messages, or certain type of you're able to receive certain type of images, or certain type of, like, you could, even astral travel too, right? So it's just different um levels to having these kind of dreams, or these type of experiences, and things of that nature. But the reason for this is, right, is because, I mean, the reason why I wanted to delve into this topic is because I know that, like, there's a lot of artists out there who are receiving messages and receiving, like, music from the dream realm. And I just feel like if you're receiving certain music and you're able to tap into that energy, I just feel like you should bring it forth and definitely do something with it, right? Definitely do something with the music, and definitely tap into the different lyrics, right? There are people uh who are talented, and who are, maybe they're not able to make a living off of their talents at this present moment, but they're able to tap into their creative side, right? So it's like tapping into your creative side and bringing forth certain uh energies that you could vibe off of, or that you could potentially, make a living off of, or potentially um get to a different level in your life, where you are making decisions that are going to impact your life, and also, like, it's definitely a fun experience when you're able to tap into that, because I know that there's some people out there who can't tap into nothing, who go to sleep and they don't experience anything. They don't even hear any music. I remember when um I heard that song, and it just felt so good to my spirit. It was just like, okay, this is what's going to happen. Like, you know, this is what's currently going on right now. You know what I'm saying? It was just like it was speaking to my spirit. And when, when I asked the guy and when he said, well, this is how the universe works, it was just like, all right, you receive messages from the universe, right? And it's like, yes, you receive the messages from the universe, especially when you ask questions, or when the questions that you ask to yourself, right? Because a lot of times us, we ask questions to ourselves, you know for the things that we want to know or don't understand, right? I know it's been plenty of times in life where I ask questions to myself like, yo, why did this person say this to me? Or why am I feeling this way? Or why did this person ask me this question in this funny way? Why is it that when I go around this person, I feel these type of vibes or this energy, right? Those kind of questions, right? Those questions get answered, right? And sometimes they get answered, in real life, and sometimes it could get answered in the dream realm, right? And the dream realm is very I just feel like the dream realm, to me, like when you receive messages from the dream realm, I take that serious. I don't know if you guys do, but I actually do, based off of my experiences, right? But there's a lot of times when